Hello, I hope you're well. I didn't expect to be on here. I have currently got the flu. I feel bloody terrible. I hate saying it. But I got a message. I've got two messages. There are going to be two videos. The second one you will only be able to get on Orion for the moment, okay? On the Orion membership. So check it out. It's a continuation of the message. And lots of different things have come out in this message, alien sightings, or all sorts of things. Okay, so that's what's going to be happening. So I'm going to do the purity of the message, and those of you who don't like my experience with it or the extra channeling that comes within that video, you can jog on afterwards, can't you? So yeah, off you go. And if you want psychic medium development coaching, I don't know how much longer that one's going to be offered because I'm concentrating on the angel communication coaching. About intuitive empowerment coaching, I don't know how long that's going to last as well. Please check them out. This may be your last chance for the psychic development. I don't know. If you want to learn how to channel, I can help you with that. If you're trying anything like this, please make sure you are protected and you're grounded before you do it. Ask for the protection and that you close it down, because if you're doing this, what I do is I astral travel and I channel as I'm doing this. So I can teach you to do that. So, okay. Please remember that they speak in the language of imagery. And if you come on this channel, it's not just going to be spoon-fed to you. You need to see what it means to you, and it'll mean all different things to different people. So you get all different interpretations, and it's all valid because this works on many different layers. People interpret things different ways, which is what goes on in the world. So the changes that we need to make can be made at all the various levels. So please bear that in mind. So you'll get some odd things with me in it as well. So I don't know why there's some odd stuff, but they do that. It's, as I say, they speak through the image. So yeah, if you want a personal reading, angel life reading, life purpose reading, you know, we've got love readings, we've got fairy readings, nature angels, we've got animal communication, all sorts. Please check them out on the new site. I'm doing energy cleansing. Yes, you can do it over Zoom. So I'll be doing that. You can find out more details about that. So please, you know, get to me if you want any of that coaching. Okay, so let's go for it. As I say, purity of the message. And those of you who don't like receiving the full message and just like the first bit, then you can, as I say, move on, jog on after that. Okay, so I've got mountains in Colorado, and they're white peaked, and they talk about the fracking there. I've had that quite a few times. If it's not known about, it's either going to happen or it's been happening, and it's been quiet. But I always see Colorado mountains. I've even dreamt of them. And then I've got the site of many sightings. Now this means alien sightings. If they haven't already, they will be. Okay. And then I got 410. We've had that before as well. And I was suddenly going along a street in the UK very fast, and I could see one house, and then I moved off, and I ended up in a cloud tunnel, but like in the Bermuda Triangle, those, you know, they've talked about those cloud tunnels, but it was like that. But at the end was a hole out into space and all these stars, and which was kind of weird. And I got reference to Bermuda Triangle. Then something I've seen quite a few times, and if you watch Stranger Things, is very like the what is it, the Demogorgon thing, but it's like on legs, like a spider thing rising out of the water, huge and black, dark. Okay. Go through it. I don't know what I was going through. I'm not sure what that means. Go through it, rocket thing, don't need it. Oh, that's right. I went through it. It was almost like I wanted to be with a jetpack or something, which is kind of weird. I'll explain in a moment. A jetpack. But then I realised I didn't need to. I just was able to travel. It's really weird. I've just seen a jetpack on the TV there. Then I heard Gamma Quadrant. Now that's really weird because I've heard that in Star Trek. But what I think they mean by that is somewhere these sightings are from beings who have come from somewhere like, I don't know if they call it that, like a gamma quadrant, places that we don't know about. Okay, planets that we don't know about. So that's what I think that means. Then we had, oh yeah. So for some reason I ended up then at a castle in France on the island. Now, where is it? Is it in Brittany when you go over? There's a castle with a, it's not Samhurst. What is it? What's that castle called? No, it's a little, yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but you can get cut off. It's a bit like that one that's on Bergerac in Jersey, but it's not, or it may be on Bergerac one, but it's to do with France. It's in France. That's going back a few years, Bergerac, geez. You'll know it if you're in the UK. Right. So we've got, then I heard a sea battle, and then I saw that gimbal, the little alien thing that they've picked up, you know, the US military picked up. And I was told that's a probe, and that's going to appear again. We've got the US Navy aiming guns at it. Okay. And then all of a sudden I seem to be holding on to it and traveling at speed with it, which is kind of weird. It's there a lot of the time from what I'm getting. And then I opened it up and I'm pulling stuff out of it, and I pulled out a yellow card and I started blowing a whistle. Now, I'll get that a lot from my guides. It's a reference to football in the UK and Europe. And it's, you know, you get a red card or yellow card's a warning, I believe. Red card is you're off the pitch. Okay. And it was yellow card, so it's a warning. Who's it a warning to? All of us. And a warning to them not to mess, because the world is protected. Okay. So that was a warning I was giving, we were giving. And then I got unprotected and unguarded. So there's probes on its own. Okay, and then I saw my guide as a referee with a yellow card, blowing a whistle. I'm not sure he liked me travelling with the gimbal. I don't know, because all of a sudden I was thrown back into the cloud tunnel space and by my guide. I got carried out because apparently I'd been attacked. I didn't feel that, didn't say that, but excuse me, so that's kind of weird. I don't think you like that. So he's probably given me I don't know. It could add a few meanings to that. Okay, but then I can still see a part of me flying around with this gimbal, and I've been told it flies continuously. It is doing it now and is collecting data all the time. Okay. It's listening to radio broadcasts and monitoring places and people of interest. That includes light workers. Okay. Now, this is the Galactic Federation, the Angelics as well. We make them visible, destroy they're calling it a cloaking device, because they basically travel around. There's loads of them. I'm getting like collections of them, collecting data, watching what evolves on Earth. Okay. Now, I often see people in my visions that I'm giving, a load of people in the ethers, in the other realms, Narnia, you know, that I see over here, into other dimensions, are watching us like a movie. Okay. So then I got one will be caught in the near future in 2024. And then something to do with a nuclear device inside of it. And again, we make it visible. And then it also goes beneath the waves. Okay. Then this is where it changed again. I was walking on those clouds in the tunnel. And I jump down another hole. And then I see a troop ship, I'm talking like World War II sort of troop ship, rising out of the water in rows and rows of circles, which is interesting. In the video I'm doing for Ryan, we're talking a lot about Atlantis. So check that out. Then I heard a person playing a violin. I wasn't listening to violin music, but they were on the cloud thing and they were doing this as we went by. I don't know if that's relevant to the message. However, then I saw like, is it not a ram's head, like a Satanist use them, you know what I mean? I don't like talking about this, but oh, that like skeleton of a head, of a ram or whatever it is, but it was more sort of like a cow American. I'm not sure what it was, but you'll know what I mean. And then had me Satanists. Satanists summon the dark entities from space. So somebody's summoning, a group is summoning. I'm not saying all people are like that and doing that, but there is a group of them who are doing that. And they're I keep seeing people reading from a book. They're reading from a book that they shouldn't be reading from. But they keep showing me reading about books as well. Now I keep referring to, I'm just seeing purple like, or the ancient text, that comes a bit later on, but they're reading from a book. Then I saw myself, this is hilarious. I mean, this is great. My higher self has a fantastic time. That I suddenly felt it's like when ninjas fight, and the bamboo sticks. Is that what do you call? Kendo. You know what I mean? Was like that. Still get ninja though, but it's more like kendo. And then it was almost like I had superhuman strength and I could throw this gimbal back out where just across the water. So I don't know what the hell that was all about. That's kind of cool though for me. Then I saw standing here, one of them as Pennywise, a clown, and I got clown Pennywise watches. Again, it's a reference to something. It's a message within a message. So then I was given a glass perm in the hand. We've had that a lot through the years, or through the year, last year in particular. And then I had to put it in the center of my chest, so I don't know. Then I saw Gibraltar. There's going to be some key problems in Gibraltar in June. 2 alien sightings in the near future. And then war looms again. Something to do with Gibraltar. And that, I mean, we are always having altercations with Spain over Gibraltar. So I don't know what that's about. Then I saw the Sun tarot card and the sun blinding me from somewhere. Then there was dark cloud over civilization with one streak of lightning, which means that usually means a massive change is coming in. Then I saw old man in robes with a staff on top of a cliff, and I was told that's Moses. There were other angels with him, and then Metatron appeared, and I heard roadways are long. The path of destruction is nigh, turn off it, accept no prisoners, and offers for help from the obsidian race. They believe in destruction only. Now they're talking about star beings, a race called the Obsidians. I have heard them mention this lot before. Okay, now I've never heard of them, but they've mentioned them before. Carry out threats to protect. We watch and pray for you. You do not fight this illusion and battle alone. They also mentioned the reptilians. They all show me a giant lizard. It's to do with reptilian being in their DNA and human strands. Okay. And then I've heard we walk among you. Then I saw one missile, very pointed missile, going through the room. I've had this before. This was very different the ones I saw when the Israeli war with, Gaza started. Going through here. Then one came through me, which wasn't very nice. And then we got the plane thing again. Yeah. So we had, and I'm seeing a big BE plane. I've had lots of plane vision. I've got lots to talk to you about, but I'm doing the message first for you, those people who just are just rude on the comments about it. So it's BA plane, British Airways, but it's the old tail with the little crown that used to be on it. And when I was writing this down, I had a little pinprick of green light as I did, and that was dodging one of the missiles. So I don't know, this could be war words as welcome to the UK, old styles, old principles that need to be changed. As some sort of missile. There's, again, the Iran one, I've got this things with Putin there, so I don't know. Looking down, and then I was looking down at Metatron, who had a staff, and he was on a cliff edge, smoky water below. Then I saw my Maasai warrior all in orange in the sunlight. And then I heard a sea of souls approach. Now I could see a long corridor. I see lots of people stand there. It actually looked like a tube station in World War II with loads of people standing on the platform as well. So I don't know. Is that a lot about reincarnation? 144,000 people being incarnated now, and some of them in very different forms, I'm being told. Some of them may be alien forms, but coming to Earth. Okay. Then I heard a stealth submarine stalks the waters of the UK. And I got, I believe these are coordinates, 99269. And I have to say 999 if they always ask me. There was a missile from the submarine. I was underwater in here, which is kind of odd. I was sitting there. I was in bed, actually. It's cold, and I was underwater in the vision. I was underwater in here, and this white shark came at me, this great white, a couple of times, and this missile was the missile from the submarine was going past shark. And then I got something about like a world and the crust, and it I don't know, the crust, something to do with the world's crust burning, and the world was burning. I'm getting references to Oppenheimer as something about nuclear chain reaction across the planet. If we're not careful, it will happen. And this is from the people who came behind me in the cinema when I was watching Oppenheimer in the summer. That in the movie he talks about the chain reaction that can happen, that causes destruction of the world, and they're very worried about that. That is a real threat, okay, especially at the moment. Then I saw a city in the distance and a lot of greenery. I was walking towards a group of people and a man. They were all in black suits, which is what I get, and I was shaking hands with this person, and pictures were taken. Don't ask me, it's part of the message. Then I saw paragliding, people doing that over the coastline, a rocky coastline. And then I heard this refers to flights of information by aliens. Okay, then I saw this big massive bridge, which they say is communication and the link between the dimensions. Long bridge stretching across the water. Excuse me. Then I saw like a cornfield, but it was a lot flattened. But this plane, this plane thing, it's always stalking me. In a cornfield, but covered over. And then they told me crop circle. And they gave me this. Don't look at my writing, because I was writing in the door. And I wasn't going over the line. So this crop circle, I don't know what. And then I heard geometric shapes, landing coordinates, marking places of interest, marks of ownership, and warning to others. And you can tell the difference between a fake crop circle and a real one because of the energy built up there and the radiation levels within it, because it comes from the craft. Okay. Then I was taught a giant moth, but it was a plane, a bomber on the moon will be discovered. And now, I'm sorry, I had a hard time with this because when I was young, I said the Sunday Sport, whatever, one of those terrible tabloid things that it used. It's a message. But they said that, you know, they used to have daft things in the newspaper. Tesco's trolley found on the moon. That kind of daft thing. And that's probably part of the message as well. But that's what he was saying. Used to make me laugh. And it made me laugh when they said this. But that's... Then I saw a giant mothership, but it looked like it was a cloud. They do a lot of that. And it's really interesting because I've been watching Aliens in Alaska, and on one of them, that was kind of what was happening, the cloud formations. And that's the kind of weirdness I see. So it was really interesting. I can't remember which episode it was, but it's on Discovery Plus. Mothership disguised in cloud formation hovering over a city. I didn't say where. Then I got dancing lights, probes, and data collecting. The probes, the dancing lights that you see, lots of people see, alien sightings, they are probes. They are data collecting apparatus. And I got reptilians, races, and obsidians. Okay, and I believe that is it. The rest is for the Orion membership. This is what they've asked me to do. So that's what I'm doing. Excuse me. So, do we have anything else to say? All right, they're not saying anything more. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about my experience here. So for those of you who want to go off and decipher that message and don't want to hear the rest because I'm boring, off you go. So what's been happening? Well, I keep saying the plane's absolutely terrifying again. I look out the window. This thing is ginormous. Maybe a reference to a mothership? I don't know. In disguise. Absolutely huge. And I don't want to be showing it, please. It's kind of weird. And then I say the other plane, I've seen loads of planes in the sky, and they're like ghost ones, and they can see all the windows and they're flying, and they, you know, I've seen them underwater as well. It's very, very strange. But this one is huge again. It's absolutely massive. And the other night I saw it sort of going like that. So I don't know what that is. You know, I've heard references to planes all the time. So I saw that. I also, I don't know if a lot of you will be doing work with your higher selves. Because it's kind of weird when I say this. But I've had myself, she always wears purple with a brooch. It's like my black dress, but it's purple. And she sat here before and talked to me. And she's been talking to me a lot, which is kind of, well, it's great because she's been helping me out. But at the same time, I just want to get off all this pain and aggravation I've been going through. I'm sorry, but, you know, I have a lot of conflict with myself. So inner turmoil and at war with myself, I have, you know, since I came here, I think. And but I could see her wandering around talking to me, everything. And that's kind of weird when you see yourself doing that. But that's what happens. So you may see that. I know if other people have had experiences of seeing themselves as older or younger. And I've seen myself as younger. It came to me when I was in the other flat and sat on the end of the bed. And it was really weird. It was very strange. But this is the woman who's travelling, a part of me travels with her. Or well, all of the bits of me travel. I'm definitely travelling somewhere, but she's in charge and your higher self is in charge. So I don't know, I'm getting there. People are going to, if you're a light worker, you're going to be doing work with your higher self. Okay, not just your guides, and be getting messages through, dream downloads as well. What else have I keep saying it's very weird at night for me because I've been plunked on the sofa. I haven't been able to move, and that's what I'm going to do after these videos. And I've been watching Aliens in Alaska. I'm going to finish it off today. But I've been sitting there, and at night I can see all these people standing around. I saw people in evening dress somewhere behind me in a dimension, and they're all watching and they're all looking over, and there are so many different people that everything bleeds into the room. And the other night, when I went to the graduation, my son's graduation, apart from having a field crap from my ex-husband, which was, he really, really wound me up. We nearly had a stand-up row place. But yeah, my work with him is done. It was kind of odd because the graduation finished and I stood up and we're clapping. You have to stand up when the Senate goes out, you know, the people, the Chancellor and that go out. And my guide showed me a contract and went, sign it off. And, you know, like, in my mind, sign it off. And then with him, you're out, done, clear. So hopefully I won't see the bee again. So there you go. That was kind of weird. And then I met loads of other people. And I don't know about you as a light worker and an empath. If you go anywhere where there are hundreds and hundreds of people, it is hell. And it takes me at least 3 days to clear out the people, the spirits who come to see me to get messages through or whatever. But it's definitely an alien theme at the moment, because I have been frightened a couple of nights that I was going to be taken, which is kind of odd. And then when I came back, I had some very dark stuff going on. I think they've been pulling, I've seen black in my aura and they keep pulling negativity out. It's all connected to my ex. It's connected to all the people that were around me. There's like this black blob in my aura here, and this is interference from alien forces in a coven trying to get information, collect data from me, and they're pushing it out. It keeps coming back in, but they keep pushing it out. And I think that's what we're getting at the moment as light workers. We're getting a lot of interference from people trying to come in and collect data. I don't know what for exactly. I'm not getting any concrete information on that, but there's definitely ructions going on. There's definitely things going on in the, you know, amongst humans that are being manipulated from other forces. So yeah, that's kind of odd. But I had this strange feeling, and it wasn't mine. Somebody who I'd walked past or associated with was frightened of alien interference and that they were going to be taken. And they were absolutely terrified of it. And it wasn't my fear. I'd had that a few nights ago. This was somebody else's, so I don't know who it was, but I'm very strongly protected anyway. And they did try when I was young. I know they did. And yeah, but I have got alien beings around me anyway. And it sounds at times, I wonder what the heck's going on. If I didn't see these people with my own eyes, or I didn't get photographic evidence of it like I have done, you can watch previous videos for that, I'd be very, very skeptical. I'd check everything. But this is real, people. This is real. And if I'm saying that to you, because it's taken a lot for me to actually see all these things and tell you what goes on with me, it's real, okay? Anyway, I know some of you will go, yeah, whatever. But it is. And when you're experiencing it all the time, you have to accept. Anyway, anything else I need to say? I think I've got it all out there. Very, very strange. Lots of people. Pilot standing in my room again. Lots to do with the planes. Lots of people. Alien faces, a lot. Yeah, a lot. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I've got, if you want to check out the other one, we're doing Putin, we're doing Atlantis, we're doing quite a few predictions coming through. I don't know when it will get released onto the main part of the channel, but if you want to check that out, please do. There's a lot of information in there. It's on the Orion membership. Okay, I'll let you know when this Patreon page is going to go up if I haven't mentioned it already. I don't think I have actually. I'm doing a Patreon page. We're going to be taking forgive me if I have already told you this, but Patreon page where we're going to be taking cases, alien cases, Bigfoot cases, things like that, doing some channelings and seeing what information we get. I'm going to be doing research and a whole host of things, and you'll be able to connect with that as well and join up to that. But I hope you've enjoyed the video. Love your comments. I just can't get to all your comments at the moment. Thank you to everybody who's been saying congratulations to Evan, and thank you very much for supporting me. And yeah, it's great, but I can't get around all the comments at the minute. I just feel too rough. I'm sorry. Please don't feel you're ignored. I do read them. I really do read them. So, and hi to all of my members. Thank you for keeping me going. Hi, Thelma. Hi everyone who supported me with the memberships. That's fantastic. Thank you. And as I say, if you want psychic development coaching or angel communication coaching or reading, please check out the links, or energy cleansing. Please check out the links and we'll sort that out for you. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up so we can get the message out to different people. Okay, I hope you take care of yourselves, and I shall see you next time, if not on our Orion membership. Take care.